First of all, I want to say a special thanks to the Henrys, Mike, Tom, Sam, Brez, the whole entire front office, coaching staff, my teammates who are here today. I can thank so many people, my family who are here today, my agents, and just everyone along, my life who has helped me get to where I am today. There's a long list of people I could thank and a lot of people who aren't here right now. As we know, in this game, it takes a team, and it took a team to get this done. And I couldn't think of a better city to play in for the next 8 to 9 years of my life. And I'm super excited. I want to thank all the fans who show up every day and continue to support us regardless of the outcome. It's truly just a special place to play and a special place to show up every single day. So I couldn't be more excited for this and couldn't be more thankful for everyone in this room and everyone who's helped me get here today.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire? Oh, you too? Every day. Yeah, me too. Boston has entered the chat. Welcome in Thursday, August 7th, Friday Eve, to our Salem 5 studios. Travis Thomas here with George Balekji. Roman Anthony here for the next 8 years. Doesn't it feel nice?
I love to see it, man.
I do too.
When this news broke through, no one knew about it. It was kept in the whispers.
Yeah.
But you get a guy that just 2 months into his major league career, we've seen him step up in big moments, thrive being in the spotlight in Boston.
That's right.
Not just for a Major League Baseball team, but for the Boston Red Sox.
Came
it's
in
Dodgers,
with hype.
It's the Red Sox.
Yep.
It's the Yankees. It's the Cubs. In that type of spotlight, thrives in it.
That's right.
And this is a risk by the Red Sox. This is Roman Anthony betting on himself. The Red Sox betting on their scouting and their projections as well.
Yep.
It's good for the team. It's good for the player. And this is a guy that you look at now will be the face of the Red Sox.
Sure.
Soon and for the next 8 years.
Absolutely. So we'll get into that, of course. We'll hear from Roman Anthony more coming up. Also, we'll gloss over the win streak being snapped last night. Don't worry about that. And, oh, by the way, I was at Patriots camp yesterday.
Hey.
We have a lot to talk about. I got a lot of insight from that. And remember, you can catch Boston has entered the chat 8 a.m. on Nesson, 9 a.m. right here on Nesson Nation. Call us as well. We want you to get involved. 617-790-0928. We always play voicemails on the show. We're going to do it later on in the show. So get involved, would you? You can also tweet at us using the hashtag NessonChat or email us, thechat@nesson.com. We haven't got emails in a long time. We used to get a lot of emails.
I know.
Now it's calls. We get an occasional tweet.
We don't get tweets. I like the calls. The chat at Nesson. I think we've literally gotten one tweet, like one tweet in history. The chat at Nesson.com for the email. I love the voice line, though. 617-790-0928.
Right.
Great idea.
Fair enough. All right. Look, I want to hear from GM George before we go to Roman Anthony here, because when I first saw this deal, I thought, well, boy, isn't he leaving some money on the table? 8 years, $130 million.
He is.
Here's a tweet from the Red Sox here, but then I saw incentives could, if he can hit these, drive this to $230 million.
Yeah.
So what would you say to the subset of fans who are saying, well, why did he sign this? Good for the Red Sox, but he left a lot of money on the table. He should hit the open market and then see what happens. Can you explain to them how the business of baseball works?
Yeah, because he would have been in arbitration for the next 5 years.
Right.
And this is a guy that's played 2 months of Major League Baseball. Yes, he's a number 1 overall prospect. Yes, he's been shining the spot. He's been an on-base machine. He's been clutch for this team. He's been making an impact, hitting in the leadoff spot in their lineup, and also improved his defense. But it's only been 2 months. That's such a small sample size. How many times have you dated someone the first few months, like, man, this is great. Month 5 hits, and you're like, all right, I'm getting out of here. This is not it. That's what the Red Sox are doing. They are banking on the 2 months. It's also been since he's been in the minor league system. But for anyone to say, what is Roman Anthony doing? Why is he leaving money on the table? He's not even 22 years old, and he's getting $16 million a year. And
Lord.
you allude to the incentives. The final year of the contract, he could be making $50 million in the final year of his contract. He's betting on himself with the incentives. He's betting on himself that he'll make more money after, and then he'll hit free agency when he's 30. Alex Bregman just hit free agency at 31 years old and got $40 million a year in his deal.
Bruh.
We see how much Trevor Story's making a year. Masataka Yoshida, all the baseball he played when he came here, it's $18 million. For anyone clowning Roman Anthony for signing that deal, that's just dumb. He's only 21 years old. He's only played 2 months of baseball. And the Red Sox gave him $16 million a year for the next 8 years. They're taking on the bigger risk.
Sure.
He's still a prospect. He's played at the pro level, but we don't know what he's going to be.
Right.
But the Red Sox trust their scouting.
Yeah.
They trust what they've seen from him every day since he stepped into the organization at the age of 18, and they trust what he'll become. This is a smart deal by them. $16 million a year for a pillar. And for what they see will be the foundational piece in their lineup.
Yeah.
And it gives you flexibility that it's not all the money's on him. It's not $30 million a year. It's 16,
sure,
where you can then go pay another guy 14, another guy 16, another guy 17. And that's a deeper lineup, more depth around him, more talent.
I also think you have to take his word for it as well of, I want to be here. I think that's a big part of it.
That too, he understands playing in Boston, yes.
How often did you and I, when the Rafael Devers drama, Devers, all that drama was happening with him before he was traded, we talked about, bro, what's wrong with you? You can have this town in the palm of your hand for the next decade. You're already
the
loved
rest of his
here.
life.
Well, I'm just saying, in terms of playing. Yes, the rest of his life for legendary status, but I mean active, okay? Like, what are you doing? You could have this. Big Papi was trying to tell him, hey, he didn't care. He wanted his money, he wanted to go, and he wanted to play where he wanted to play position-wise. Okay, see ya. I think Roman Anthony seeing that, recognizing the value of being beloved in this town as a star athlete, plays into this. Smart move by the kid. Here's Roman Anthony talking about the process of how he got to said bag.
Roman, when did this start coming together?
Yeah, it was something that was quick. This process was quick. You know, they sent the offer over, and for me as a player and as a person, and you know, with my family and agency, you know, this is a place that I want to be. There was no doubt about it. I came up through this org with you know, so many of these people in this room and people who aren't in this room who helped me get here. And so when the offer came through, it was something that I wanted to move quick on, and there was no doubt that this is where I wanted to play baseball for a long time.
You've had talks with them in spring training. What was different about the conversations now? Both, I guess, you know, in terms of where, you know, how much did your performance change what the offer was, and how much did the experience playing in Boston change your outlook on what it would mean to be here for a long time?
Yeah, I think for me, you know, back in the spring, I hadn't had any experience playing here yet. Didn't really know what to expect yet, and so for me, it was just more of wanting to be here and getting a feel for the everyday lifestyle here. But at the same time, knowing that again, I came up through this org and always wanted to be here and always knew how great this city was and how passionate the city was. And then, you know, when I got to experience it and like Braz mentioned, you know, only being 150 at bats in, you know, I can tell this is where I want to be, and there's no doubt.
Kid's an absolute stud. He's going to sell tickets. He's going to become the face of this franchise. There's no question about it. In fact, if you look at this core group, Roman Anthony now signed through 2034, Cedon Rafaela 2032, Bayo 2030, Garrett Crochet 2031, Christian Campbell 2034. I mean, this young core, George, is all locked up for the Red Sox.
And that's where, again, getting ahead of the market, and think about the Garrett Crochet was traded for. Everyone's saying get the extension done. They do, because we would be talking about it after every single strike
can you
he throws, let alone starts. With Roman Anthony after the season, it'd be the price would go up.
Yes.
That's also a guy too. He was asked, you know, did you go to your teammates for advice? You know, what did they think? And he's like, no, I kept it to myself because I didn't want to put this on anyone's plate. I didn't want to be a distraction. I want to focus on baseball.
Sure.
That's also with him getting this deal done now. He trusts his process. He trusts his preparation to be a pro every day, where he doesn't have to think in the back of his head about the contract he could get, and think about arbitration every offseason. He gets this signed now. He gets the money, and he focuses on baseball now for the next 8 years. That's what's big about him, too. And you talked about, and he's mentioned it, like what it means for him to be in Boston. Mm-hmm. He said it from when he stepped in, was talking to this organization since he was 18, the people that he's met, the relationships he has. Playing in the city, he understands what it's like. And if you live up to those expectations, if you live up to that potential, this is a kid. Now, if he pans out with this contract, and he would expect to get a second contract after this, be a lifetime Red Sox player, just picture it, some bar, whatever, restaurant, right in Fenway and Kenmore Square, Roman Empire it's called.
Oh.
The statue of him right outside of Fenway. That's what this will be. His number retired in that ballpark. Everything Rafael Devers could have had but didn't want and didn't care for, this guy gets it. And he understands where if he gets it done on the field, that's everything that comes with it. It's immortality in Boston because that's how it's different in this city. The face of the Red Sox, the face of the city, and a legend in this city for the rest of his life. That's what could happen.
The Roman Empire Bar and Grill.
Big crown, or like the Caesar crown thing, you know?
Bro.
Up top, that's a logo.
Do you know how hard that...
Roman, I'll talk to your people.
How hard would that place go at Halloween? Oh, my God.
Toga night every Thursday night.
Toga night. Hey, Roman, holler at us, man. We can hook this up for you. You can invest, but we'll run it. We'll run it.
That'd be perfect.
I'd go.
As they keep, working on making Fenway, the ballpark experience better.
Yeah.
Roman Empire
Roman
nights.
Empire. There's trumpets. You release doves before every Red Sox game.
Guys dressed like Trojan soldiers as well. I'm saying, man. I'm saying. But it was awesome that this deal got done. That it does take a lot off his plate.
Of course it does.
And it shows also the belief they have in him.
Yeah.
Where, look, this is his rookie season. Focus on being a major league player.
Right.
But with this contract comes, too, that their expectations of leadership. He's learning from Alex Bregman. He's learning from Jaron Durant.
Yeah,
He's learning from Trevor Story. He steps into year 2. He'll be only 22, but he knows now he's one of the faces of the ball club. He will be a voice that matters in that clubhouse.
Of course he will. George, he's getting playoff experience his rookie year.
Yeah.
That is invaluable.
And he's learning from Crochet.
That's right.
Again, all of these guys.
And they're all together for many moons. That's a big part. We'll get Bregman in there, too. That's another topic for another day. Hey, call us. What do you think of Roman Anthony getting paid? 617-790-0928. Let's talk about the game. I don't want to spend a ton of time on this.
You want to talk about the game?
7-3 loss.
Talk about it?
Snap the 7-game winning streak.
Okay. Someone said they wouldn't bank on Dustin May.
Well, you were right. I mean,
and it's
3 runs.
It's nothing against Dustin May. This is what he's been with the Dodgers. It's on the Red Sox that they traded for him in this type of role. Now, it's his first start with the Red Sox. He spoke after the game that they're changing his approach on the mound, too. Want to be more reliant on certain pitches, and that's fine. But this is a guy, watching his start last night, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Once he got to 70 pitches, it goes, okay, what happens from this point on?
Sure.
And the moment he hit 80 pitches, and OB said on the call, that's his 81st pitch in the night, command went away, location went away, he couldn't find the zone. Look, no excuses for him. If you're a pitcher in Major League Baseball, you throw strikes. That's what your job has to be at the end of the day, attack the hitter.
Right.
He doesn't have that, but this is more on the Red Sox for trading for someone that is, again, another Walker Buehler. If Andrew Bailey can mold him and work with him and make him better, if Garrett Crochet can help him find his stuff, fine. But this is who he's been for the Dodgers. Where the Red Sox, we said, they needed an arm, but it wasn't just get an arm in your rotation. It was an arm that can make an impact. A Merrill Kelly, a guy that you mentioned. Zach Gallen, a guy that I've mentioned.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a Joe Ryan everyone wanted.
Right.
It's unfair the spot they're putting Dustin May in because he should not be in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, remember, and he gives up 3 runs in less than 4 innings last night. Not great.
And that's what he's been doing with the Dodgers.
That's what he's been doing with the Dodgers.
He
and I'm glad
cannot
you said
get to more than 4 innings pitched.
Remember, before the trade deadline, Dave Roberts, Dodger skipper, said, yeah, we're thinking about moving Dustin to the bullpen.
Yep.
Because once he gets to that certain number of pitches, he's not the same. So we see value in him in the bullpen.
Yep.
We're having internal talks about that right now. And then 5 minutes later, he was traded to the Red Sox as a starter. So it makes you wonder there, for sure. It doesn't give you confidence, certainly, in looking at the rotation in totality. But Lord knows, I think it's safe now to call it a big 3. Is it not? With Crochet, Bayo, and Giolito, the way he's been pitching.
We've been calling
It's May and Buehler where we're like, ugh.
We know that you need 4 good pitchers in the playoffs.
You do.
That 5th starter, that 5th game of a postseason series, you kind of figure it out at that point. You hope someone can get tapped in. Now, maybe, again, I keep alluding to it, a Payne Tolley gets called up. Maybe he's that number 4 starter in a playoff series. No, because what is he? He's a prospect.
Right.
You want proven commodities. Kelly, Gallen. Alcantara would have been a reclamation project. You have to renovate him. Joe Ryan, though. Gallen, Kelly, Joe Ryan, those are proven commodities.
Sure.
They could have been the number 2 starter. They could have been the number 4 starter. You don't have Dustin May in this spot. He has a career high in his whip this year. He's letting batters on base way too high of an average. But again, I'm going hard on Dustin May right now. It's not his fault. As you said it, Dave Roberts is saying, I think we move him to the pen that's best for him. Dave Roberts recognized it. You and I recognized him when he was traded for. It's on the Red Sox. They knew this was what was happening with him. They need to recognize how they can set him up for success. It's unfair, square peg into a round hole. It's not fair to Dustin May, and it's not fair to the rest of this team. They need to figure out that number 4 starting spot, or else we see what happens against the Royals. And then it leaves your bullpen out to dry, and then all the progress they've made adding a Steve Matz, the progress they've made with this rotation, the progress they've made with this lineup all goes up in flames because they're not addressing a basic need. Get 4 good starters, help out your bullpen, help out your rotation, help out the guys hitting every day. They're not doing that, and it's not right by Dustin May. It's not right by this Red Sox team.
Call us. We want to hear your takes on the Red Sox. 617-790-0928. Get in here. We're playing voicemails later in the show. Why not yours? We need to hear from you. Coming up on Boston Has Entered the Chat. I was at Patriots camp yesterday. It was a doozy. Let me tell you all about it when we come back. Stay with us. And remember, get the latest up-to-date live. We've got everything right here on Boston Has Entered the Chat. 8 a.m. on Nesson, 9 a.m. right here on Nesson Nation. Keep it locked.
What's going on? You doing all right?
Okay, Drake, so your coach is in the pile, and your coach gets a cut on his right.
Yeah.
What's that say about him?
No, I think, like I said, that's what we're trying to build, I think. And it starts with the coach, starts with the head coach, the intensity, bringing it every day, taking no crap, when we're out there on the field. But also it comes at a time where with our guys offensively and getting over there and getting some tussles and kind of having some penalties and extra after the whistle can get us in trouble. But for mentality, I like it. I think that's what you want. I mean, I almost got in there, but I think maybe another day, maybe. So we'll see.
What happened? Have any idea what started? It seemed like Travion Henderson might have been a foul.
Yeah, I think pass pro. I think it's physical. It's a physical game. It's a man's game, and things happen out there. I'm not sure if anything on this field happened, but I think there's a time where obviously you don't want to come out here and fight and get in trouble, but at the same time you don't want to back down from nobody. So I'm sure coach will give kind of preach we can't have that, but at the same time, kind of in the back of our minds, that's kind of how we want to play. The intensity and kind of when the whistle's going, play hard, and the whistle stops. Get off and get away.
What did you like about what you guys were able to do today offensively? And just felt like you guys were in a pretty good rhythm to start.
Yeah, I thought it moves well. It was good. Playing against another team. Having all our guys out there and kind of getting the rhythm. Build some plays together and move the ball. I thought we did some good things offensively and wish we would have ended it better. Tip ball down there, but hey, that happens. That's football, and that's why you practice those. But overall, I was proud up front. The guys up front, they battled hard. So I'm looking forward to getting things going as we get into Minnesota and Friday night. So
We're excited too, Drake. Drake May talking about a bevy of things there, but none more important than Mike Vrabel jumping in the fight, jumping in the pile, mixing it up, emerging, bloody face, a leader of men, George.
The Forge and Foxborough clip is going to go so hard.
Bro.
I mean, 35-minute solo doc on that one moment.
Slow-mo.
Look, I love seeing that from Vrabel. It just adds to like the legend that he is, right?
Yes.
The story.
Yes.
Of a guy that puts the pads on with the players. Wants to get his hand in the dirt, gets his butt kicked by Will Campbell, all that to evaluate his guys, fighting for them.
Yep.
I love it. What leads to wins weeks 1 through 5? What leeds to wins in week 17? What leads to postseason appearances?
Can we just bask in the heroicism?
Yes, but it gets to a point of like, that doesn't make winning football. Do you think Andy Reid is fighting with players?
He's not.
His big ass?
No.
You think Bill Belichick's fighting with players? His old ass?
No.
Sean McVay, how often does he get bloodied or get in drills with guys?
He's too pretty.
Exactly. Those are Super Bowl winning head coaches.
Yeah.
So I love this. I'm not going to get lost in the sauce.
Right.
Of Vrabel putting on the pads and getting hit and teach. It's good he's teaching guys. It's good he's hands-on. But what Drake May's talking about, to me, what stands out more is the vindication that the players are getting from their head coach.
Yeah.
You can say you want someone to succeed. You can say you're setting someone up for success. You can say you want to achieve a goal. Mm-hmm. But if you actually want it and if you actually don't, they could see right through that. Mm-hmm. Mike Vrabel understands that these guys are putting their bodies on the line. he's done that himself. The vindication that he makes decisions and every day he shows up with, that bleeds in to his team and his players. The intensity with which he approaches every day, that rubs off on them. So that fight where Travion Henderson was putting a Commanders player on his ass, where Will Campbell is diving on guys and taking them out to back up his dude Travion Henderson, that's two rookies having each other's backs, and then the veteran head coach who's earned everything, has a red jacket, is a Patriots Hall of Famer, is super successful, doesn't have anything to prove except getting a Lombardi trophy. He's jumping in there with two rookies to have their backs. That means a lot to the team. It's not the blood. I don't need the blood. I don't need the pads on. It's what Mike Vrabel brings every day. And it's brought all together and encapsulated in that one moment, and that's what I love.
Well said. That's a Patriots standpoint. I was at this practice, so I saw a lot of my old peeps from D.C., had a chance to catch up with them and get a Commanders angle. Because remember, Patriots Commanders, Friday night.
Can't wait.
Tom Brady statue. There's a lot going on here tomorrow night. So I wanted to get the skinny on the Commanders side of things. So I talked to Chris Baker, former defensive lineman for the Commanders, saw him at practice. I said, I have so much to talk to you about, my friend. Let's chop it up. Here it is. All right, Chris, you know the one thing everyone wants to talk about is a quarterback battle. These two, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, will be connected at the hip for the rest of their careers, for better or for worse. Last season, we saw, obviously, the success of Jaden Daniels. Drake May didn't have the supporting cast at all. I think this season we'll get a little more of a Jaden Daniels-esque type season out of Drake May.
Man.
What, is it too much?
Too much.
Too
man.
much?
Jaden Daniels is one of a kind, man.
Facts.
Got to be easy on comparing people.
Facts.
To him,
What do you see from Drake May that you like?
I don't know. I don't really watch him. I only watch Jaden.
So you being real disrespectful.
No,
now.
I'm
Come
being
on
real,
now.
man. I love Jaden, man.
You ain't watched Drake May, bro.
I'm a Washington Commander.
Yeah, but you're a student of the game. You watch all these guys.
He's pretty good. He shows a lot of athleticism. You know, he's able to get the ball out quick, and then he has a really good offensive coordinator with Josh McDaniels. And Tom Brady was really good, but it was only really good when he had Josh McDaniels as his coordinator. So it'll be great to see how May does with him.
You played against Tom a couple times.
Yeah.
How'd you do against Tom?
They always kicked our butt as a team, but I played well against our offensive linemen.
I had to humble him a little, man. Just a scotch. This is my man.
We're in New England, so I'll give you guys your props.
You got to give props there.
Especially during that time, New England was the team to beat.
Facts.
Now Washington is the team to beat.
All right, let's talk Jaden Daniels then. Year one, incredible. It almost reminds me of like when an artist puts out a great album, right? Like 50 drops, Get Rich or Die Trying. And 50's been chasing that ever since.
You know what? Ever since we picked Jaden Daniels, I always said he's going to be just like RG3. He's going to have that RG3 effect. And it felt like it. Because when RG3 came in his rookie year, the whole town, the whole city was around RG3.
Yeah,
and
facts.
They had his back. And now the D.C. community is really back behind the team. They really have Jaden's back.
Well, Jaden's not going to mess it up either because Jaden's humble, and that was an issue with the other guy, but we won't go there.
Yeah, his mom is not going to let him mess it up either.
Facts.
Jaden Daniels' mom is not going to be too far away.
Now, let me ask you this, because you are undrafted. So, for those who don't know, Chris Baker's from here. He's from Connecticut, went to school, went undrafted from Hampton, made it to the league, and was a problem, okay? But you came into training camp as an undrafted rookie.
Yes.
There are first-round picks out on this field. We're talking about Drake May and Jaden Daniels. Can you talk to me about the difference of mentality that you saw from where you came in getting it out of the mud to maybe like a first-round guy that's got all the hype?
Man, you know, when you're a first-round guy, you have chances to make mistakes. As an undrafted free agent, you have no mistakes. There is no my bets. There is no I'll make it up next play, because the next play you might not get a chance to get back in. So as an undrafted free agent, I always had to take advantage of every opportunity I got. Whether it was on the field, it was a walkthrough, it was in the classroom, you got to take advantage of everything, because you never know when your opportunity is going to come. And when you get your opportunity, you have to take advantage of it. Because at first, I was in the league and I was like, bro, I'm not playing, I'm not getting 10, 12 plays. But the older veterans was like, don't count the plays, make the plays count. So even though I had 6 plays, what did I do with them 6 plays to deserve 8 plays? So I went out there and I just tried to play. And every time I got an opportunity, I made a tackle. So it was like, let's put this guy back out. Let's put him out there and see what he got. And eventually it was like, yo, we can't take this guy off the field. But you got to take advantage of the opportunity.
Is that the advice you would give to the young guys now who are trying to earn their way on? No matter what reps you get, make the most of it so you can get more.
You have to, because you're not going to get any more reps until you practice good. I had to understand that if I'm going to be able to play in the game, I have to show what I have to do in the game and practice first.
Right.
So you have to pretty much treat practice like a game, and I had to learn that as the years went through.
Dietrich Wise, Antonio Gibson, a lot of guys who came from Commanders and Patriots and vice versa. What's it like when you see old teammates on other teams? Because you've been in that position.
It's great, man. You want to come back, you want to show the team, hey, you guys let me go, and I'm going to kick your butt. You guys should have never let me leave. So
You've done that a few
you
times.
You got to perform.
You've done that a few times in your career.
No doubt about it. Last time we had Kent with Coach Faber, we had the big team brawl.
Oh, we saw a couple brawls out here today. It was light work, though.
I seen Faber right in the mix. I was like, he still think he playing.
Now, look, I saw Jason Tatum over there hanging out, and then I look and I see you in the little crew. Did you say what's up to JT?
Of course, you know I'm a Lakers fan, so I had to
there you go.
I had to take a couple of digs at him.
There you go, man. You up here talking all this.
It was good to see him back healthy and walking pretty good, man.
Yeah.
For him to have torn his Achilles a couple of months ago, for him to be walking and looking healthy, that's pretty good.
All right, let's get some predictions here. Do you think the Patriots will be improved this season? They only won 4 games last year, Swaggy, for God's sake.
After 4 games, I mean, there's not much to improve on, so you should show some type of improvement.
They have Mike Vrabel now, too. That makes a big difference as a coach.
No doubt about it.
Okay, let's get into the Commanders then, because I know you want to talk that talk.
Oh, yeah.
Now, they were a bad half. If you ask me, they were a bad quarter maybe away from the Super Bowl.
Turnovers.
Couple turnovers. Do you think they get the job done and they get to the bowl this year?
I think so, man. We just got to put it together week after week, you know. We have the quarterback, and that's what we've been missing for years, and now we got the quarterback. We just got to put it together as a whole team, offense, defense, and special teams. So we'll see how we look in the preseason game in week 1 and beat those Giants, and we'll be all right.
All right, last question, because we cool, so I can ask this. Now, you're from this area. I just got here 3 years ago. Man, they have embraced me and shown me so much love, man. What is it about the DMV that New England shows love, man? Because I feel real welcome up here, bro.
Man, New England's pretty welcoming. If they love you, they love you. If they hate you, they hate you.
That's a fact. Thank God they love me. Chris Baker, Travis Thomas, appreciate it. Back to y'all.
Yes, sir.
That's my man, Swaggy, right there. You know, one thing that I took away from that was I felt myself defending Drake May. And one of the reasons is because, obviously, we saw the success of Jaden Daniels last season. What are you going to say? And he's a stud. He'll be just fine again this season. But I found myself defending Drake May because I'm watching yesterday. Drake May is throwing absolute darts. I mean, look, we've seen all the videos of the touchdowns and all the big throws. But there were a number of absolute lasers from Drake May that were dropped. And I'm like, this guy is dialed in. He belonged out there with Jaden Daniels. He belonged out there. So that's why I said I'm looking for a big season from Drake May here. And I talked about this earlier on Nesson of the young stars we have in town now with Roman Anthony, Higgins, Drake May. The future is bright here in town for these young stars, but it starts and maybe ends with Drake May.
Yeah, and I'll let you point out the drops because that was Pop Douglas had a drop. I believe Matt Collins might have had one in there. But he came in from the jump and was dialed in. He was dominating that Commanders defense. And again, you go back to last year at joint practices when the Philadelphia Eagles were on town.
Yeah.
And the Patriots, I know the Eagles won the Super Bowl. They were world beaters. That roster was all-time talented. The Patriots could not literally hold their own for a single play with Philly. They were not an NFL team yesterday. This is a Commanders franchise that was coming off an NFC Championship game appearance, and the Patriots competed with them. Their front seven dominated that Commanders offensive line. They were putting pressure on Jaden Daniels. They were taking him off of his game. They came ready to compete. And again, that's a difference literally in roster talent and the jump we see from Drake May and the preparation that we're seeing from his coaching staff, getting that team ready for situations like this.
Sure.
There's a big jump the Patriots are making, but you go into what Drake May was showing. And I catch it from your guy, Chris Baker, and I get it because people have heard it from here in New England their entire lives pretty much. Don't mention your guy in the same sentence as ours, ours being Tom Brady. You bring up Drake May, you're going, yeah, well, Jaden's different. He's done it. Everyone's going to say that from D.C., but to your point on the throws he's making in between, we know the highlights. It's the day-to-day. It's the play-to-play, what you see from guys.
Yes.
That's what makes him special. Tom Brady's a GOAT.
Yeah.
When he's enshrined in the Football Hall of Fame, all the highlights will show. But it's what he does in the first, second, and third quarter that made him special because he set it up for success in the fourth. And when the lights come on, when he steps up, that's what Drake May is capable of.
I know this. Last season, I was telling you, I was getting all these texts from back home about how great Jaden Daniels looked and all that, and then we saw the result. I'm doing that now about Drake May to them. I'm like, listen. I mean, they saw it yesterday with thine eyes, but I was telling them, this kid Drake May is locked in. I caught up with a DC broadcasting legend, Chick Hernandez, and we talked about the dichotomy, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, and I tried real hard to get Terry McLaurin here to New England. You're not going to like this. Take a look. Take a look. Here with the legend, Chick Hernandez, who's been so great to me in my career.
Wow.
Yeah, legend.
Okay. Wow.
Your check's in the mail. Well, they do Venmo nowadays, so whatever. I don't know. That's what they say.
I got it all.
Chick, let's start here. everyone's talking about Drake May, Jaden Daniels. They'll be connected at the hip forever in their careers.
Will they?
I do believe they will, but clearly Jaden Daniels had a head start because, I mean, look, a bad quarter, if you want to say, away from the Super Bowl.
Sure.
Drake May, not so much, but the supporting cast wasn't there. The front office, the coaching staff was not there like it was for Jaden Daniels. I do believe this season we could see a Jaden Daniels-esque season from Drake May. From what you've seen today, from what you're hearing, do you see that kind of potential?
Well,
we went right after him in the draft.
I saw what I saw. You know, we were at all 3 pro days: Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels. So clearly, Drake has a lot of skill set. And I saw some throws today. I'm like, oh, okay, wow, I did not know that. You know, so clearly he's got talent. But I come from dealing with Jaden for all of last year and how he prepares for a game. I don't know what Drake's preparation is. Obviously, it's pretty good if you're an NFL quarterback. But I come from the Jaden Daniels school, who's going through a walkthrough by himself at 6 o'clock in the morning in a bubble, kind of going through the routine. So when he hits the field, he's already up, and there's no questions. So I'm sure Drake is doing a lot of preparatory work because you have to as a quarterback in the National Football League. But a lot of skill set, high skill set. I just can't compare the two.
Sure.
I can't right now. I know folks will, and that's why I looked at you when you said they're going to be, hip to hip for the rest of. I don't know if that's going to be the case because I personally, and it's 1 year. I've got a 1 year version. Number 5, he's on a trajectory that I don't think folks have seen.
Yeah, no one has, and now, but you've been in this game a long time. Now it's the expectations. Now the schedule's harder. Now it's more primetime games.
Yes.
Now it's more tape on you. Do you believe, it's hard to say replicate what he did in year 1, but what are you expecting to see from Jaden Daniels in that leap from rookie season to year 2?
I don't think there's a sophomore slump.
Okay.
And he surprised me last year, and I think he's going to surprise me this year.
Wow.
I've seen some just throws that he made in camp last week, and I had a chance because I'm calling the play-by-play for the games to talk with the coordinators, and I asked both offense and defense, Cliff Kingsbury, Joe Witt Jr., are you guys kind of just watching what he's doing? And Joe Witt, who's got his own defense to worry about, he's like, hold on a second, different cat. He's making throws that we just haven't seen. So he's so far ahead of the game, and they do the VR work. Him and Cliff Kingsbury.
That's right.
They do VR at a speed and a half. So when the game time rolls around, that thing just slows down a little bit.
That's crazy.
And I've asked some coaches in the league, well, do you think all quarterbacks? And the answer I get is, well, not all quarterbacks can decipher it.
Sure.
So number 5, that's
He's
the way
processing.
He's processing that way. Other quarterbacks don't work that way. I think coaching staffs have said, how about VR? And they're like, yeah, okay. Some guys have. So we'll see.
Holy hell, chick! I can barely check my email. I mean, they're watching VR.
I know you because I've emailed you several times. I got nothing back. 0.
Not me.
Hey, it's a Travis mockery is what it is. That's what it is.
I see what you did there.
Yes.
I see what you did there. I like it. All right, now look. You're a Terp. Legendary Terp. Stephon Diggs is a Terp.
Yes, he is.
Stephon Diggs is a New England Patriot.
Yes, he is.
Are you expecting big things? Now he's older. We get it. He's coming off an injury.
Yeah.
But
He's a ridiculous talent.
Yeah.
He always has been. It's whether or not he can stand up his own way with his attitude.
Sure.
He's got a little girlfriend.
yeah, there's a little love interest here.
Yeah, that always can be a deterrent in your
Yeah.
athletic endeavors. But he's also got something to prove to himself first,
Sure.
and then this squad. So I expect if he's fully healthy, you come off an injury like that, that's tough.
Yeah.
We'll see. He's got great hands, runs
does.
great routes. It's just where his mental space is, and he's a Terp. I want him to do as well as possible.
Yeah.
Until you get to the Super Bowl and it's New England versus Washington. Then I want to see him get a turf toe and be out.
Hey, at least we get to see each other again if that's the case. I want to ask you about another wide receiver now.
Okay.
I hate to go here with you, chick, but I got to. Do you think Terry McLaurin's going to end up with the Patriots? Because I do. Most cap space in the league. You could give up some draft capital. How come the Commanders aren't paying him? I mean, what's going on there? Send him up here, chick. Just like they sent me here, send Terry. Come on.
There's 2 questions I have. 2 questions I have. One is, what's wrong with Travis? And 2 is, does he own an iron? What? I mean,
This is called hard work.
That's hard
This
work?
is why I'm so disheveled, because I work so hard.
I think Terry will be a Washington Commander. I've said it for the last 2 months. I think
Okay.
this is going to work out ultimately. I'll say this.
Uh-oh.
It might have already worked out.
Oh, see?
It might be that you're just like, Terry's Terry.
Yeah.
He knows the offense.
Yeah.
And he's in the building every day.
Ah,
so he's
damn.
going through the mental reps, all that stuff. He doesn't need much.
Well, there's an ale right out of my sail.
Big old L right there. So, yeah.
Breaking news, Terry re-signed with the Commanders, coming in 3-2, because that guy knows.
Can we get some, anybody
Anyone?
buy him an iron?
Anyone? And a
Anybody.
Gatorade for working so hard. No one? See?
Working hard.
Wrinkles, thirsty, no one cares. But I'm still on the grind, just like you taught me, my brother.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Good to see you.
Absolutely.
Hey, tomorrow night it all goes down. Commanders, Patriots, preseason opener at Gillette. Tom Brady statue.
I forgot the
They
statue's
got all
gone
of
up.
this. Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
It's a great
Because
thing.
I'm excited to see this offense on the field competing with the Commanders.
Yes.
Drake May in his debut on the field with Josh McDaniels. Like there's a lot of good excitement about this team. Because to go back a year ago, it would have been all about the statue.
Yeah, that's right.
Drake
That's
May
right.
versus Jaden Daniels
That's
now.
right. That's a good point. And by the way, last year it would have been all about the statue for a good reason, because there was nothing to talk about with the football team.
That's
This
exactly
year,
it.
it's all about the statue, and there's plenty to talk about with the team, and Vrabel's in control of everything. Vrabel's right there, George.
I'm telling you 2 years ago. Telling you too, Robert.
617-790-0928. Get off of Bob, man.
No.
Let Bob live.
No.
man.
Accountability matters. Don't rewrite history.
But he got the right coach now.
Yeah, but he's making it seem like in 2019, it was like, I'm going to hire that guy. And then what did you do in 2024, bro?
Tough crowd with George.
Yes.
Call us, 617-790-0928 if you want to talk your football team. We're getting the voicemails later in the show, so get involved. Thanks for rolling with us here on Boston Has Entered the Chat. Remember, catch us at 8 a.m. on Nesson, 9 a.m. right here on Nesson Nation. Keep it locked. We'll be back. Welcome back to Boston Has Entered the Chat. Time now to get into what's trending in the world of sports. Remember, you can get involved with this show. We need you. 617-790-0928. All right, George. Bruins away jerseys have been revealed. Take it away. Yes, Lord, George, you got to admit, those are fire.
They're clean, man. They're clean. I like they took away like the black shoulder pad type look. Mm-hmm. Just all white. Bringing out a new logo this season, the new away jerseys. I like it, man. I like it. What I would love with these would be the home jerseys.
Okay.
Because one thing that's dumb about hockey is that you get the same colors every home game. Think about the Bruins. It's black versus white. It's black versus white.
Right.
If these were the home jerseys for the Bruins, they're hosting the Red Wings, it's white versus red in TD Garden.
Yeah.
They're hosting the Leafs, it's white versus blue.
Sure.
They're hosting the Oilers, it's white versus, let's say, orange or blue, whatever they're wearing. So I'm just saying, take those.
I like them. Listen, they're classic.
No, I like them. I think those should be the home jerseys.
Classic, classy. I think we have a picture, right, Ante? I love these. Listen, I even like the white Red Sox jersey, too. Yeah, that is clean. Bruins, you're right.
It's taking away that black on the top. It's just all white. It makes it look less bulky. It's more sleek.
Yeah.
It'll look faster.
Yeah.
What's that? You know, what did Booby Miles never wear? Oh, no, he wore black Nikes. But black makes you faster. Makes you beautiful. Big and strong. That's what he would say.
Friday Night Lights reference.
But it's all one color.
Yeah.
That's what's good about it. I like it.
Hey, they're going to look good this season. Let's hope they play good this season. That's
Look good,
another
feel good,
topic.
play good, pay
That's
good.
it. That's it. It's another topic for another chat. All right. By the way, I told you I was at Patriots camp yesterday. You know who I saw, right?
Jason Tatum, no
Jason
boot.
Tatum. No boot.
Walking.
Now, I'm not going to say he had a limp, because it wasn't a noticeable limp per se, but he was walking very gingerly. Like if you hit your toe on something by the bed, like that, you know, that kind of, you stub your toe walk, it was like that, where you're walking very light, very soft. It wasn't a limp. It wasn't a limp. It was just a very cautious.
He kind of walks like that, though. He does. I get what you're saying, cautious.
You know what? I've never paid attention to how he walked until this injury, so
let's go with that too, right?
You might be right about that.
I think that's a thing. But if you were to compare someone walking with a torn Achilles or recovering from a ruptured Achilles to me stubbing my toe, I'd take it 2 months after rupturing said Achilles. No, I'm serious.
Well, when you stub your, you know what I mean.
Yes.
You stub your toe, there's the initial violence and cussing. My God, bleep.
I'm good.
And then it's not limp.
I'm good.
Yes, there it is.
Stop, I'm
That's
fine.
a walk.
Don't, Mom, I'm fine. I just stubbed.
Keep walking. He's doing it.
I'm good. Then eventually you get to this. And you're like, all right, I'm going to walk.
That's how Tatum was walking yesterday. It was very ginger, but not a limp. I thought it was important to report to you he was not limping.
It's like when you step on a Lego. I'm good.
That's it. Oh, man, don't trigger me right now.
That's it.
You know I got little ones at home.
Yeah, when my nieces come over or step on something.
You know how many G-damn Legos I step on in the middle of the night and the morning trying to get ready for this show, man?
Nothing will humble you more than stepping on the toy that some 4-year-old left on the floor and it just absolutely bringing you down to your feet. And remember, there were people out there crapping on Jason Tatum for how he reacted to tearing his Achilles on the court. There were people out there like, why is he acting it up? He tore his Achilles. Like, people normally don't react. It's a traumatic injury. Like, what are we doing here? Just remember that next time you step on a Lego.
Hey, I'm not going to lie. There was one night early in my fatherhood, long time ago. I came home later than I should. I got in trouble for it, but whatever. But I snuck in, right? Now, I was slick. But I stepped on a toy that happened to make noise.
Yep.
It was one of them damn, what's the Toy Story dude, the astronaut, Buzz Lightyear. Man, my foot hit Buzz, and he was like, to infinity and beyond. Do-do-do. It lit up, and all I heard was my wife, Travis, what time is it? I said, Buzz Lightyear, no. What were we talking about? Jason Tatum. So look.
He looked good.
He looked good.
It's fine. It's the same in the report that came out where he's ahead of schedule. He could play this year. But it was also with him being at the Chris Paul camp, and they're going, he didn't jog or run.
No, well, what do you want the guy to do?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's everything's tempering expectations. No, I don't want him to play basketball this year.
I don't want him near a basketball.
I want him not this upcoming season, the season after. Because he's, again, not 30, and I want that recovery to be as good as possible so there's nothing that lingers anymore.
I don't want him near basketball. In fact, I'd like to see him at more Patriots camps and games and everything. He told Robert Kraft, I want to come to more games this year, and I thought, great. Get him there. Get him away. I don't want him near a basketball. I don't want him to see the court this season for the Celtics. We already know this team's going to stink. Let him stink. Let him get in the lottery and get some help for Tatum when he's back 100%.
You know what I'm ready to? Vrabel with like the bleeding face story coming out. Just wait till Joe Mazzulla breaks camp. Something's going to happen.
He's got to like outdo him now?
Yes.
What's he going to do? Fight a honey badger? Like there's
literally, I was going to say like a tiger breaks into the facilities and he wrestles it to the ground. That's literally what I was about to say about Joe Mazzulla.
Joe Mazzulla, if you watch this show,
or some lady walking outside of Red Auerbach Stadium got her purse stolen and he chased down the guy.
Chased the guy.
Arrested him and took him to the Brighton Police Department himself.
Hey Joe, man, if you watch Boston Has Entered the Chat, first of all, call us. We want to hear from you. We want to talk to you.
Zoom in. Let's interview you.
Yeah, zoom in. 617-790-0928. Of course, we invite all of you to call as well. But Mazzulla, don't do anything crazy trying to outdo crazy Vrabel, okay? There's enough crazy to go around here. Still to come on Boston Has Entered the Chat. This is a show for the people, by the people, so we hear from you next. 617-790-0928. It ain't too late. Get in here, call us. We want to hear from you. We'll be right back. Yes. Welcome back to Boston Has Entered the Chat here inside our Salem 5 studios. Travis Thomas, George Balekji, and you. 617-790-0928. We always say this is a show for the people, by the people. We ask you to call us, state your name, state your claim. Keep it clean. It's a family program. And we play the voicemails here on the show. We have a ton of them here to get to. So get in line, 617-790-0928. All right, we'll start with an anonymous caller who's worried about the injuries on the Red Sox. Let's take a listen.
Hey, guys, just wondering. I got two questions. Number one, I'm worried about Marcelo kind of going down, wondering what that does defensively for us. Obviously, we've seen Rafael play some second, Romy over there, a couple other guys, but really love him out in center field. Just wondering what impact that's going to have. Second thing, just Alcala and Wilson out of the bullpen, been struggling a little bit. This team's rolling, so it's feels nitpicky to pick out any negative, but just wondering about those two guys and what you've seen out of them as of late.
George, take it away.
I mean, the Marcelo injury, we've seen Rafaela play at second, but then we see him shift back to center field. At that point, it becomes something where how much can you move it around? What's the flexibility you have with your personnel? That brings David Hamilton up back. But as we've seen, that's a guy that you want as a pinch runner, not someone playing in the base and being in your lineup every day. The Marcelo injury does affect them because it also takes away the depth of their lineup and allowing a Roman Anthony to be a DH on certain days. Give him a day off from playing left field. Alex Bregman to give him the break where Marcelo can play third again. Is a Rafaela at second?
Yeah.
My thing, bigger picture than the day-to-day with Marcelo Meyer, it also comes on the heels of Roman Anthony getting this massive extension. We have never seen Marcelo Meyer be 100% healthy since he's been in the Red Sox organization.
Never.
It's been his lower back, it's been his shoulder, it's been his wrist, it's his wrists now. So as Christian Campbell gets $60 million, as Roman Anthony gets $130 million, people are going to be looking, okay, when does Marcelo Meyer get the extension? That's the one again. The Red Sox are betting on projecting with Campbell and with Roman. They're taking the bigger risk.
Sure.
Marcelo Meyer has the biggest risk out of those three guys simply because of the injury history. We're seeing it in the micro now. We can see it in the macro long term. I want him to pan out. When he's on the field, he's great. He's composed. He's fantastic at third base, let alone at second.
Man.
He could play short.
Yeah, he could.
That's where it goes. And when he's asking about Jorge Alcala, Justin Wilson, again, that's where the Steven Matz deal rears its head around, where I like what they get from Justin Wilson to an extent, but he's up there in age. They needed better in the bullpen. Jorge Alcala can't get the job done, gets DFA'd, right? They need to add arms. They needed to. The deadline's gone. The way they need to figure out this bullpen, the way they need to figure out this entire rotation, I mean, the pressure's on them. Cutter Crawford done for the year. Tanner Houck done for the year. And those were guys that they were hoping would return and get something done so we would see as well. So it's the long-term outlook.
Yeah.
A lot of question marks. But again, does a Peyton Tolley come up? Does he end up adding to this team come September and possibly in October? And that can help out the entire rotation and bullpen.
I couldn't agree with you more, man, especially as it pertains to Marcelo Meyer. And this is a guy you and I talked about who he can play anywhere on the infield, but we both loved him at third base. And I mean, this guy could be really special. And I talked earlier in the show, Roman Anthony's locked up now, Cedon's wrapped up, Bayo's wrapped up, Crochet, Christian Campbell, all these guys have these long extensions, so the young core is together. It's just Marcelo Meyer now. It's a question of it remains to be seen if he can stay healthy. It's not if he can play or not. The talent is there. Can he put it all together, stay healthy? If he can, I believe he will get paid. He's the next in line to get paid from this young core. Let's talk about Story and let's talk about Bregman opting in, but that's another topic for another chat.
Yeah.
But as far as the young guys go, I think if Meyer can stay healthy, he'll be just fine. By the way, it's not a foregone conclusion. He's trying to get back before the end of this year and be ready for the postseason. So we may see him again. All right, let's go to our next caller. Remember, get involved here, 617-790-0928. We'll go to Lisa this time in Vermont. She's excited for these Red Sox.
Hello, my name is Lisa Menard. I live in Burlington, Vermont, and I just want to say that the Red Sox are soaring and my wings are flying with the Sox. Thank you.
I like that energy.
I like that too. We're flying too. Hey, the Red Sox are flying too. How about the Selly with the turbulence?
Do you think our guy, what was it, Jeff from?
Oh, I don't remember. Who's like, it's Cora's
Westfield?
fault.
Yeah. God dang.
Well, he didn't like this one, right?
He didn't like celebrations.
He didn't like celebrations.
He didn't like fun.
So he doesn't like the
Jeff,
turbulence.
I hope you're flying high, man, with this win streak.
Lisa digs it.
I'm with Lisa.
I'm with Lisa.
It's good
too.
energy.
It is listen, it's a fun team. And as we sit here and we talk about Roman Anthony, I mean, think about this town in terms of young stars. We already know the established ones, Pasta, Brown, and Tatum. We get all that. But these young boys, I mean, Hagen's now, Roman Anthony, Drake May, who we've been talking about. There's a lot of young stars in this town, and that list is growing. It's exciting for sure. All right, let's go to Coach C in New Hampshire. He wants to talk about I was in such a great mood. The Celtics' latest offseason moves. Go ahead, Coach C.
Hey, thank you. This is Coach C calling from New Hampshire again. I called a couple weeks ago and told the boys that Connor McDavid was going nowhere. There was no way they were going to trade McDavid. But the biggest move, and Boston sports has been the Celtics trading for Luis. I was hoping to get to see Nagy from New Hampshire. We went to prep school up here. But anyway, this kid Luis from St. John's, if you saw him last year playing basketball on Saturday afternoons, he is lights out. That's the biggest move that the Celtics could have made, trading for that kid. He's gonna be amazing.
George, do you agree, as a Big East connoisseur that you are?
I wouldn't say lights out.
Yeah. What would you describe?
Lights out is you can shoot the three consistently. Now, R.J. Luis Jr., he's an older guy coming out of college. He started at UMass, then transferred over to St. John's.
Yes.
This is someone that should have returned to college basketball, though. His shot still has to develop. He's not the most athletic, but he's really good defensively. He does bring that intensity. He does fit with the Celtics. But as far as like an addition, when you're going to go lights out with someone, just because you watch them and you're familiar doesn't mean that they're good and they're like an NBA edition player. He'll be a good depth piece on the bench. When you trade George Niang and 2 second-round picks for somebody, that's how much they had to give the Jazz to take on George Niang and roster dump. Like R.J. Luis Jr. is just that return, so there is a return.
So not lights out. So would you describe him as like lights on when the bar turns her lights on at the end of the night after last call?
Yeah. I mean, he's like a 30% three-point shooter in college.
It's not great.
That's not, no.
This is why I have a great personality. Because when them lights come on at the end of the night at the bar,
that's when it matters. That's when it matters.
I have a face for radio.
They go, wait, you're 5'7" on 6 foot? That's what happens. It's all good, bro.
But our personalities is what matters. So no one would ever accuse us of being lights out. We ain't lights out. We're lights on.
Coach C, I appreciate that call, though. I do like that look into. Look, I'm all for the Big East being here.
Yeah.
Again, Celtics, it's business, not basketball.
Just don't call it lights out.
It's like calling Dustin May lights out. It's not.
Oh, hey, thanks for watching. The party continues over on Nessa Nation. Come join us there. And remember, get the latest up-to-date live. We've got Boston sports headlines along with your daily dose of trending sports and social topics every weekday right here on Boston Has Entered the Chat. 8 a.m. on Nessa, 9 a.m. on Nessa Nation.